Hello and welcome back to part 2 of the holiday pack and chat. I'm Holly and I am just going to get right back into it. I've already checked off this order. Let's see if this is all going to fit in here. So I'm going to put in the pink flocked trees and festive forest. Now I do hope that you'll go back and check out part 1 if you haven't done that yet. And vintage Christmas. These are just so cute. I love how these turned out and their colors. I'm going to put in a little bit of shred in the barrier, a little cushioning. Just looking at this light, or these lights. Is this a little bit hectic? Let's just go back to a straight color. I was playing with them there for a minute. And we're going to put in a snow angel wax melt and a candy cane cookies wax melt. That is looking good. Let's go ahead and put in the samples. Give it just a little bit more. Like so. I love this shred together. It's just the prettiest thing. So I have my cocoa and candy cane treat bag here. I'm going to put in the card, my holiday card. And we're going to put in a business card and the invoices in there. And then this one, we ready to go. Where are we headed to on this one? We should double check that, shouldn't we? Ooh, this one is headed to Utah. There was another first-time customer. I've had a lot of first-time customers, tons of repeats too, but a lot of new ones. And I'm just so thankful for all of you and all of your orders. This has just been a fantastic holiday season. I mean, we're pretty much on the same plane as last year as far as number of orders and everything. But we're just always so thankful for each and every one. So I have my paper wrap, and I get this from ecoenclose.com. There's always information down in the description box. I know you don't really see that when you're on, you know, watching on your television or whatever, but if you have some questions, go check out that description box because the answer might be there. So this one is off to Utah. I'm going to go over to my regular packing station and go ahead and get its label printed so nothing gets confused. I'll be back. So this next one is a big soap order headed to Oklahoma. So I'm going to put it into Original B. I have my invoice right here. You can't really see it, but we're going to mark it off as we go. We have 20 bars of soap. Let me think about my Regional A for just a minute. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't make it into a Regional A. So we're going to put it into a B. And the first thing in is a Merry Cranberry soap. Oh, so good. We have, I'll mark these off as I go. This customer used the buy 10 and you'll get one free. So you put 10 in your cart and it subtracts the lowest, the least expensive bar. So buy 9, you know, get one more free. I hope that's not confusing. Okay. So we have Wild Berry Blizzard soap, and we have 2 of these. Wild Berry Blizzard. Go like that. We have 1 Anna's Essential Oil soap. Those have been so popular with this release. They just were coming back, you know, because I had my store closed down for a little bit so I could actually focus on this holiday business. But when I it came back for this one, and it did really well. Let's see. We have one mistletoe. I love that. I love the label. Now, some of it is poinsettias, but there's some mistletoe in there too, I believe. It was just so pretty, I had to go with it. Is there anything else that we just have one of? Oh, yes, we have several. Just one. So let's see, Christmas coffee and peppermint. So here we have the Christmas coffee. And we have a peppermint in here somewhere. Well, maybe we don't have one in here somewhere. So let's see. We had the anise, check. We have those, check. Put in the mistletoe, the snow candy, check. And Christmas coffee, Merry Cranberry, Wild Berry Blizzard, Cranberry Mint. So I have to go grab a peppermint. So here we have the peppermint soap. Oh, it smells so good. It just smells so amazing. Let's see. We have 3 cranberry mints. Wasn't the most pleased with that label, but I have until next year to figure out a new one. We have 3 of those. Was kind of contemplating getting all these peppermints together here. I just had lunch, and I gotta say, it's a Sunday, and it's my daughter's birthday, and we're just eating really well today, and I'm getting a little bit sleepy. Okay. Alright, we're gonna do that. Okay. So now we have 2 of the snow candy soaps. I'm going to do that. And then we have 8 of the oatmeal milk and honey soaps. 3, 4. I guess double check. 5, 6. And 7, 8. That's a good call. I totally support this decision because it's one of my favorite ever. So, you know what? Since this box, we're going to move these up a little bit so they're not all just right on the edge. I'm just going to cover those up. I could do the flip and the flop, but I'm just going to cover them up for this time. And then we're just going to fill in all these edges with some shred. This one does not have a very long journey, that's for sure. There's a town in Oklahoma that I've been through. I don't know. If you're in Oklahoma, you'll have to tell me. Vinita, or it's Viniti. I'm pretty sure that's how you guys spell it too. I think. Anyway, I'm pretty sure my grandma was named after that town. If the family story is correct, her father was in the oil. I don't know if he was just like in a driller or whatever for a while, and he really liked the name. Now, whether that's a true story or not, I don't know. Okay, so I've written my little thank you on the outside, and now we're going to tuck in a wax sample. We're going to tuck in a soap sample. We're going to tuck in the cocoa and the cards and the invoice. And this one will be ready to go. I need to remember to go set up a pickup for tomorrow. They've been doing so well this year. Well, I shouldn't say this year. They've been doing so well this release. That's what I mean to say. They have been picking up early in the morning. Like sometimes we're not even had breakfast yet and they've picked up our stuff. So it's been going really, really well. One of the reasons why I like to have my releases so early, not only so that you can get your products in time to use them for the month of December, but also because the post office just gets so slammed and all of that. It's just nice to have my stuff, or the majority, in transit before that happens, or delivered, hopefully. I mean, I'd still pack in December and stuff, but I like to have the majority just out and gone. So I'm going to print this label and be back. This order is headed off to Arizona. I do have a regional rate A box now. This won't quite fit in the cube, so the regional A is still a good option for the entire country. So we're going to put in an oatmeal milk and honey, a Christmas coffee, and a serendipity. We're going to put in a flannel and amber, which I think that video just went live on this day, like within the last minute. We have a winter wonderland and a sleigh ride. We have over here a wild berry blizzard and a merry cranberry. Let's see, I guess we'll put them over here. Have a cranberry mint and a peppermint. And then with this one, we also have the peppermint snowflake soap, sea salt soap. Okie dokie then, we'll just do that. Alright, let's see. Okay, that'll still fit there just fine. I'm going to put a little shred down there. We have a sunflower melt. I'm just going to go ahead and cover these up. I'll put the sunflower melt over here on top of the North Pole ones. Add a hint more shred over here on the side to make it more level, and then we'll put in the eggnog cream. Look, that's great. So if you watched the end of my last video, I'd gotten a text and was called away downstairs. It's my daughter's birthday today, and my husband had cooked a roast, and just because I was going to be up here, he was taking care of some of that, and the roast was ready, and she had requested French dip for lunch today, so I needed to go make the au jus and everything. So I've had lunch, my belly is full, and it's actually 4 o'clock, a little late, but that's okay. So we're going to put in the soap sample and the wax melt sample. We're going to put in the card and the invoice and the cocoa. And then this one will be off to Arizona. I would say we're eating pretty good today. She had requested a Danish for breakfast, and we're not going to any bakeries or anything. So tried the strawberry bread, I don't know, like a sweet bread Danish thingy from Schwann's. Had to raise overnight and then bake it this morning. That was really good. We liked that. And then she wanted French dip for lunch, so we had to make a small roast for that. And that, oh, we're a little tweaked. Isn't that pretty? And then what else? Tonight she wants to have, it's like a hamburger and macaroni tomatoey soup. I've heard it referenced as poor man's soup. I don't know. Anyway, she wants that. And then her dessert is chocolate cake with chocolate frosting and chocolate ice cream. So like I said, we are eating well today. Okay, this one is headed to Benjamin in the Vegas area. So hello, Benjamin. I have a kid named Benjamin, my middle one. Okay, so we're going, this is all wax melt. So we're going to put in the North Pole. Love these. Oh my goodness. Love those. Snow Kissed, which is a winter candy apple type fragrance. We're going to put in a Wild Berry Blizzard wax melt. So I have a new contraption that makes pouring layers so much nicer. It's like a, like a batter dispenser thing. It's like a cone. And you just have a little handle and you're doop, doop, doop. A little bit of a pain to clean up, but man, it makes making things nice. Little layered stuff. And like when I used it for my macarons too, because it allowed me just to, you know, put a little in without worrying about the pouring and the dripping on the sides. It really is nice. Well, here it is actually. I have not done my full cleanup yet after the release. It's all just been sitting there waiting on me. But anyway, it's just like, see, down in there. And it comes with different nozzles that you can use. Tighten that up before I lose them. Isn't that nice? And so I'm just like pour, derp, derp, derp. So we're gonna put in the Plum Crazy Light. Love those things. I love it all, guys. I don't make stuff that I don't like. Some things I love more than other things, but I do like everything I make, or else I wouldn't make it. So last Sunday was my oldest kid's birthday. He turned 18. My goodness. I know I talked about him just getting his driver's license at one point, you know? And now here we are. He's 18. Oh, gosh. My kids are growing up. They're going to start leaving me soon. I am going to be a sad camper. So here we go. In with everything. Was this the last one for this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think I'm going to do just 4 per video. Makes it easier on the edit and the upload. We did get a little bit of a internet upgrade. So now my videos go up in, I don't know, like an hour and a half instead of like 3 to 5 hours. So that's really handy. Love that. It's still only like 25, 10, I think 25 down and 10 up, but gosh, it's very helpful. Makes a big difference. Because, you know, we live out in the sticks, so we have to have a tower up on the hill behind our house, which you probably would have seen if you follow me on stories as of late on Instagram. I don't like talking over the tape gun. Anyway, so there we have it. This is video 2. I'm just going to close this one and say goodbye, and I'll get right started on the next.